The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
A couple of home court nail biters for the Wisconsin Badgers. A tough 2-point loss on Tuesday against Michigan State. And a 1-point win Saturday afternoon in the border battle with Minnesota. We'll sit down with head coach Bo Ryan and recap the week that was in Wisconsin basketball. Jay Williams sits down with Josh Gosser, who continues to get himself healthy. Time for next season for the Wisconsin Badgers. All of that coming up on the Badgers Sports Report.
Now Dre Hollins at the top. 18 to shoot, 40 to play. Dre Hollins on the drive, runs in. The Bruss charge is called. Ben Bruss gets there defensively. Jackson uncontested, walks the dribble off to the right sideline. 13 to play, 10 to shoot. Dre out front, high screen, Berger. Jackson between the circles with 5 to shoot. Jackson high on the right with 3 to shoot. Trey crosses over, right of the lane, one pump, jumper away. It is off the rim and in with 2.1 to play.
No, I didn't have any doubt, and I just felt that if I needed to step up, then I needed to hit the shots. And luckily, my teammates were able to get me open, and I was able to knock it down.
Now he'll try to tie it. Free throw in the air. It's off the rim. No! Decker the rebound, and the Badgers win it 45 to 44. Woo! Down the lane, right hand, slam dunk. Sam Decker. Wide open three. Left wing splash. Jumper away. Left side, got it. To the rim, slam dunk. Rotates for Marshall, 3 ball right pocket, got it. He's up for Berger. Down the lane, 2-hand throw down for Berger. Loses the 3 straight on, and straight in. Rise baseline to the rim on the reverse, it's good. That's still the rule.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Zimbrick Buick GMC, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, Adidas, and UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
I know something about winning championships, and at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
Who needs this modern world? I can live just fine out here without the road rage and boy bands. Of course, I might miss my Charter HD with football on ESPN and Walking Dead on AMC. Just ESPN, AMC, Shark Week on Discovery HD, and Comedy Central HD. But that's it. Except for HBO HD.
Charter now has over 100 HD channels and more brilliant HD shows on demand than ever. Get Charter HD for only $29.99 a month when you bundle.
We are pioneers, pathfinders, trailblazers. Every day we explore the biological frontier in search of a cure for cancer, inventing treatments, establishing protocols, bettering humankind. We are the world-class physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at the University of Wisconsin Carbone Cancer Center, Wisconsin's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Bruzewicz right corner, 13 to shoot. Trey Jackson to the left elbow, pull up jumper, got it, we're tied. Trey Jackson with a big jumper, 43 all, 58 seconds left.
A couple of more close games. That is life in the Big Ten. Badgers coming off a 45-44 victory Saturday against Minnesota. A sea of white, red and white, little black here. We got to show this off here. Coaches versus Cancer. The bow tie T-shirts proudly on display, 17,000 plus. Donning these T-shirts, all part of the effort, Coaches versus Cancer. We'll get to the games here in a moment, but this is big, and this is something that you've been very, very involved with, very committed to. Committed, let me say, to the this project.
Definitely
right?
committed. Just trying to raise awareness as well as raise funds and raise, hopefully, some opportunities for some people to make some breakthroughs in our fight against cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I still think it's going to happen here. You know, I say that all the time. We're going to find a cure in Wisconsin.
Yep, that's exactly right. And the support continues to be second to none here in this state and this cause of coaches throughout the country this weekend. And the suits and sneakers look. And
I caught a couple of people drawing mustaches on my face, though.
They do that again? No, they did that last year too, I think. That's a good, it's a good look. We get the close up here of the head coach here, the bow tie T-shirts. It's a solid.
Whose idea was that again? Charlie Wills?
I think it was Charlie Wills.
Charlie, okay.
And he's got more of the calm Bo, not the Bo who likes to help officials. So that's probably a good thing too.
Right? That's probably very good, especially in games like this.
Yeah, how about games like this? 45-44, Wisconsin defeats Minnesota. Boy, a lot of things were key, but I just keep thinking of your sophomore guard, Trey Jackson, again making big shots. It's not the first time we've talked about him doing that.
No, he did a nice job, and he struggled with some things early, and who doesn't in this game? I mean, we are so competitive in this league against one another. It's hard to get good looks. It's hard to get shots in rhythm. So Trey hung in there and got through the rough spots and then delivered with some big shots down the end. I'm very proud of him.
And then some defensive work. And again, I'm fast forwarding near the end of the game, the final minute. Ben Bruss drawing a big-time charge, big defensive play right there with the game tie.
Yeah, because that takes away their possession. Hollins is one of those guys that probably gets a three-point play out of it. He's so good, and he was so tough against us because he just works so hard getting his looks, and he's got such a great touch. And he believes that every shot that he shoots is going to go in. And a few of them did, more than we wanted.
It took a while to get those final 2 seconds to turn off, or to run out here on Saturday. Trey Jackson hitting that big jumper, and then Minnesota comes down. Trevor Mbakwe gets fouled with a second or so left in the game, 1.7 seconds left, but he's injured, re-injures a wrist that's been a problem. Talking with Gary Close after the game, Rodney Williams ends up going to the foul line. Opposing team can choose of the remaining four on the floor. And one thing that does is, as Gary said, it takes a rebounder maybe out of the play. That guy can get him off the floor.
Yeah, he's a guy that's so long. And it's never that you believe the guy can't hit the free throws because, you know, it's two shots from 15 feet. Anything can happen. But taking him out of the equation on the rebound definitely was a factor. And that's a tough situation to be put in. He's a fine young man. He's a great player. He hit that first one. I thought, boy, you know, nerves of steel, and the other one just caught part of the iron, and Sam went up and got it.
You must be doing a lot of things well here, Bo. You know, the shooting percentages. I know you want to see more done on the offensive end for your team, but it's a Minnesota team that clearly can score, but shoots 35% from the field. You mentioned Rodney Williams and how explosive he can be. You guys made it tough on him, and Mbakwe can be explosive. You made it tough on him. Doing a lot of things pretty well here, aren't you?
Our guys are working so hard on defense and working so hard at those parts of the game that involve scrap, hustle, moxie. And, you know, we're going to have some games where we are shooting it well, where we are in some kind of rhythm. But you got to give the other team credit defensively also. Same thing we faced against Michigan State, same thing we faced against Iowa, same thing against Illinois, Indiana. You go right through the league, and we make it hard on each other each night. And there's, you know, good looks are hard to see, and we just got to keep working at getting some stuff in rhythm.
You look around college basketball, the Big Ten every night, it's a grinder, but I'm not sure how many people had Duke losing by 27 in a game against Miami. I mean, throughout college basketball, I know it's cliche, any given day, any given night, but if you don't understand it this year, I'm not sure a fan ever would. You just don't know what to expect.
And I think with all the games that are on now, with these different networks picking up conferences, starting with the Big Ten, so it's not just certain stations having basketball on all the time. There's a lot of basketball on, so people are having a chance to see different parts of the country competing with one another. Conferences are changing, so the East is going to see a little bit more of the Midwest with Maryland and Rutgers coming in. And the same thing in some of these other leagues. The North's going to see the South a little more. The South's going to see the North. And everybody's picking up everybody else's tendencies, everybody else. The scouting is made, scouting's never easy, but it has been made easier to deal with. So it's just the way of the game. And there's going to be, the parity is there, and everybody kind of knows what to expect from the other team. So it's whatever you do that 40 minutes that night, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right.
There's anything else coming in, anything else afterwards, boom, it's just those possessions that game.
And the Badgers move on now 5-2 in Big Ten play. Coach Ryan rejoins us in a few minutes with this week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week. We'll also hear from Josh Gosser as well as the Badger Sports Report continues.
Where others saw lumber, we recognized a treasure. Where others saw the night, we chose the stars. Where others saw pieces, we unlocked the puzzle that could mean the end of paralysis and cancer. Since 1848, thinkers and achievers at Wisconsin have fearlessly sought ideas that transform the world. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.
On the left wing against Ahan Misi, darts it out to Brust. Extra pass, Decker, 3-ball, right pocket, book it. Decker, another three-point shot. Out the Brusewitz, right corner, 13 to shoot. Trey Jackson to the left elbow, pull-up jumper, got it, we're tied. Trey Jackson with a big jumper, 43 all, 58 seconds left in regulation.
This was a must-win game. You gotta take care of home court when you get a chance to, because like you're looking at all the scores around the league, people are gonna lose, and the best teams. I think the team that wins this conference is probably gonna have 3 or 4 losses.
It's just great that we have this type of competition night in and night out. Every night is a memory in this conference, and you got to be prepared to play every night. To have other guys be able to come in and be that X factor. When the older guys are kind of struggling from the field, that's huge. We're all on the same page defensively, and the offense is coming. It's about peaking at the right time. We could get wins like this on the defensive end. How do you think it's going to be when we start getting the offense going? And I think that we've been notorious for peaking at the right time traditionally as a team, and I know that's coming.
Your business is at a crossroads. The phone company wants to convince you their outdated T1 and DSL internet can get the job done. But the truth is, Charter Business Internet is over 15 times faster than DSL. So don't settle for phone company status quo. Take the smarter road. Charter Business. Can your business afford not to switch? Call or go online today and get the fastest business internet for the price.
Ah, the workout is over. Time to recover, refuel, and re-energize. Recent studies suggest that one drink can help muscles recover faster than other leading sports drinks. Delicious, nutritious chocolate milk. With its powerful package of protein, potassium, calcium, and 6 other essential nutrients, shouldn't chocolate milk be your choice? Got chocolate milk?
The buzzer beaters, the high school tournaments, the conference titles, truly the court of champions. Parker Street Productions, LLC has acquired pieces of the basketball court used at the Kohl Center from 1998 until 2008, now making them available to you. 61 teams walked off this court with a trophy. Now you can take home your own trophy, a piece of history. Log on to courtofchampions.com today.
What light does gets in your head. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. Because what light does weighs on you. Do what light does in the 7.9-ounce Audi 05 Star.
Catches left block, turns tough shot right hand, no chance. Bruzewicz cleans up the mess. Out to Gosser for three. He hit it again. Oh, and Gosser is feeling it now.
Badger guard Josh Gosser continues to work his way back from the torn ACL, an injury he suffered in practice near the end of October. While he is on pace to be back and on the floor next season, Gosser tells R.J. Williams that when the injury happened, that's a moment that'll be next to impossible to forget.
You try to block it out, but at the same time, that's the last basketball play I've had in the past, 2-3 months or whatever it has been. So, basketball's always running through my mind if I'm not playing or if I am, and that's just kind of the last play that I have envisioned in my head. So it's hard to block out, but once I start playing, it's gonna be tough to adjust to, but I think I'll be all right.
You were at the scorer's table for home games for the first couple of months. Was that because you couldn't bend your knee? And is it nice to kind of be back on the bench then?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I can sit like a normal human being nowadays, so that's a good thing. And just, when I was behind the scorer's table, I was kind of away from everything. But now that I'm on the bench, I can talk to, our teammates, I can talk to the coaches, Scotty, whoever it may be. So I just feel more a part of the team. I'm in there for pregame introductions, all the timeouts, and everything. So I definitely feel more a part of the team now.
How important is that to you to continue to be a part of the team?
It's really important. I worked my tail off all off season to help this team whichever way I could, and things didn't go the way I planned, obviously, but I'm still going to help whatever way I can, and that's a lot. To be a leadership, mentally, talking to teammates and stuff like that. So it's definitely a big thing.
This ACL. When you just have to say those 3 letters, and every sports fan knows. They might not know exactly what you're going through, but they know where the injury is. But I mean, this isn't the same type of injury it was maybe 10 years ago, right? I mean, have the doctors kind of taken you through? It seems like there's a regiment, and this is just something you just got to kind of go through.
Yeah, definitely. Medicine's crazy these days. I've heard stories about what it's like 30 years ago. people come up and talk to me all the time, and they're just amazed at how far I've come and stuff like that. And I've learned a lot. Obviously, ACL as an athlete, you hear it all the time. It seems to happen all the time, and you never think it's going to happen to you. But I had no idea what the recovery was going to be like. I never expected it to be this difficult, both mentally and physically. And I've also learned that all ACL injuries, you hear someone say they tore their ACL, but really every injury is much different, much more complicated, and so you just got to take it. It's great to have a guy like Kenny Perez-Guerra, our trainer, just with me every day. He's a great guy to hang out with. We butt heads every once in a while because we're with each other so much, but I'm so thankful to have him. He's done a great job.
You kind of mentioned the mental and physical part, and with athletes' injuries, you basically have to conquer both of those mountains, right?
Right. Yeah. Physically, it's really tough. My whole leg was pretty much gone. It seemed like all the muscle was gone. I had to learn how to walk again. Just every little detail that you don't really think about. But that was really tough. But mentally, it's much more difficult, I think. Just trying to get through everything. It's a long process. I'm in the training room. 3.5 hours a day, it seems like every day, and that can be pretty mentally draining. And then to go along with not being able to play what you worked for so hard, it takes a toll on you sometimes. But I've gained a lot of mental strength, and it's going to help me in the long run.
The game is different when you're playing it and when you're watching it. Have you learned, you think, a lot?
Yeah, I have. When you're on the court, everything seems like it's happening so fast. You're just kind of worried about the next play. You're worried about what's going on now, and you don't really think about, I guess, what's going on. You just kind of play. And now that I'm on the bench, kind of had that more of a coach's mentality, kind of just observing what's going on, what other teams are running, how they're running it, what we're doing, and I think it's helped me out a lot. Everything's kind of slowed down for me sitting on the bench, and I can kind of see things from a different perspective, and that's definitely helpful.
Is it tough, though, being there on the bench instead of being out there on the floor?
Yeah, absolutely. It kills me every day, but I think I'm pretty much past that point. Our team this year has had some ups and downs, and when I see us struggle, it kills me not to be out there with the team to help them. And when we play so well, which we are a great team, it sucks that I can't be out there to enjoy it with them. So, both ways it's kind of tough, but I just got to deal with it.
There's a lot of work that has to be done, but when you see guys like Adrian Peterson is one that
you know, terrible ACL injury last year, comes back and might be a MVP or played at an MVP level. When you see something like that happen, does that give you hope that, you know, you can come back and be better? It's not going to be Josh minus, it's going to be Josh plus, maybe?
Absolutely. You know, it's seeing stories like that. Even a guy like Brandon Dawson, who we just played the other night at Michigan State, he was a beast out there. So just knowing that if you work hard, you're mentally strong, you can come back just as good as you were, if not better. And that's the mentality I'm going to have. And, you know, I don't want to make any excuses next year. I don't want to have people think, oh, well, he's struggling because he tore his ACL. I want to say, you know, he's playing this well and he tore his ACL, that type of thing. So, you know, that's just what I'm working towards.
How much has it helped you to be around the team every day, to not being able to be on the court, but just to be around these same guys must be a help? Yeah, it definitely is. You know, like I said, I'm in the training room for, you know, the first portion of practice and a couple hours beforehand, and that's tough. And then once I get up here with the guys, everything changes. I just feel much more comfortable, and you know, they're not only my teammates, but they're my good friends. So that's a good thing to have. You know, both on and off the court, they're always supporting me, just talking and just being regular guys, and that's a good thing to have. And like I said, they're not just my teammates; they're my best friends. So it's good to have. How much are you looking forward to the day where that brace comes off and you're out there taking shots? I can't wait, but I know Henry tells me I gotta take my time and not get ahead of myself. So as much as I want that to happen, I know that it's a long process, and I gotta build my way up to that point. So that's just more motivation to get there. And but you know, I come up here and shoot after practice, shoot some free throws, do whatever I can just to feel involved, and it's a lot of fun. I miss basketball a lot, just doing stuff like that. So I can't wait.
These are the heavyweights, the visionaries, the A-listers. These are the people inventing the technologies and establishing the protocols for treatments that don't yet exist. This is who you turn to when no one else seems to have the answer. These are the world-class physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the University of Wisconsin. UW Health. Remarkable.
I know something about winning championships. And at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
What light does gets in your head. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. Because what light does weighs on you. Do what light does in the 7.9-ounce Audi 05 Star.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Zimbrick Buick GMC, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, Adidas, and UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
This week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week comes from Mary in Mequon. Clutch shots. Trey Jackson hitting one on Saturday, but Mary wants to know, Coach, who's the best clutch shooter you have ever seen?
Well, Mary, clutch shooter, clutch scorer. Clutch scorer would have to be somebody like Orlando Tucker that people can identify with fairly recently here for us, because he scored in different ways. He hits a half-court bank shot against Iowa in the Big Ten tournament. He gets a three-point play against Indiana. in a game that, you know, we were really struggling in. But Orlando always found some ways to score in a lot of different ways. But as far as pure outside shooter, Cam Taylor was very difficult. Was a very difficult matchup. Michael Flowers hit some big shots for us with the clock at certain situations. The first couple of years we were here, Kirk Penny. But you know, as far as watching a guy, say in high school and then through college, and a guy with just conscious free, Ricky Olsen. He could, in high school, he did, because I watched pretty much most of his games since we were recruiting him. But at Platteville, I had several guys also, and if I named one, then I'd have the rest of the guys after me. But I would say T.J. Van Wee for us down at Platteville was another one. So the only reason that I'm going to stop naming names is because time's going to run out.
Yeah, exactly.
So that saves me with the rest of the guys.
You could keep going. Trayvon Hughes, Freddie Owens. That's the good news.
Yes.
You have a lot to choose from. Mary, thanks a lot for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison, downtown on the east side, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. It's where the Badger basketball coach will have his show when the Badgers are in town at the Great Dane Hilldale, Monday nights at 7 o'clock, and there's a Great Dane up in Wausau as well. Badgers are out of town this week, a Tuesday night game in Columbus against Ohio State, followed by a Sunday afternoon game down in Champaign against Illinois. Join us next week as we continue to follow the Badgers throughout this tough Big Ten season. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Bo Ryan, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters have always played a key role in the success of our basketball program. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There is no better way to show your support for our student athletes than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the crowning achievement in college athletics, awarded annually to the nation's best overall program in each division, both women's and men's sports. Celebrating its 20th anniversary, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup proudly honors exceptional student athletes and their schools. To follow your favorite team, visit thedirectorscup.com. Look for standings regularly in USA Today, or follow the Learfield Sports Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. The Learfield Sports Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Where others saw limits, we found a key to feeding a hungry planet. Where others thought big, we proved the power of small. Where others saw a frozen desert, we discovered a lens into the heart of the universe. Since 1848, thinkers and achievers at Wisconsin have fearlessly sought ideas that transform the world. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.